very blue in this game, but he's still a boy. He's still real good.
Absolutely.
So this is the superior version of Mega Man 2. You ready to get started?
I am ready to get started. Are we all ready, folks? Awesome. All right. So on.
Fleck, we all ready to get started?
All right then.
Count me down.
All right. On 3, 2, 1, go. All right. We're gonna start off. Right with Metal Man. Oh man.
Metal Man, of course.
Nice. I got over the little spring.
All right.
It's a good first step.
I can't hold this in. I have to say it now for all eternity. This music is good. This music is good. G-O-O-D, good. It has some problems. It's good, though.
It is. There's actually a couple fantastic remixes of this soundtrack on YouTube, which everyone should go check out.
So yeah, we've got. Why are we going to Metal Man first?
We're going to Metal Man first because there's a nice little trick that you can use to get through Metal Man, the boss fight itself. So we're going to use that instead of going to Airman or someone like that first, because that fight will just take too long.
Okay.
Also, this is pretty RNG dependent, the beginning of this level, and don't worry about that, guys. I have gotten all the health drops apparently, so.
Yeah, so we're going to be using a neat little trick to defeat Metal Man here. So that's going to allow us to get through this boss rather easily, and as it is with Mega Man, once you've defeated one Robot Master, you can defeat them all. It's that first one that's the hardest. So if you make the first one easy, then you're good to go.
Oh,
Some nice mashing here.
I can just damage boost through these guys. I've got enough
you've
health.
got tons of health.
Yeah. They gave me all the drops. It was very nice.
So let's see this neat little Metal Man trick here.
Let's see how well this goes. Short hop, big hop, slide. Nope. Okay.
Oh, that works too.
This is not how you typically do it.
Hey, honestly, you got Mega Man like wall climbing, like Ninja Gaiden here. This is pretty great too.
Yeah, there are a few spots that you can get Metal Man stuck in this stage, and that's probably the most awkward one, but it works.
You pulled it off, and frankly, that looks way swaggier than the normal setup.
Right.
So yeah, we got Metal Man stuck in a wall there, and that was the entire fight. I love this soundtrack.
No, everyone likes to hate on this soundtrack, though. It makes me very sad.
Yeah,
this game
same.
I keep this game very close to my heart.
Yeah, for sure. So now that we've defeated Metal Man, we're going to move on to Woodman in our standard Mega Man 2 weakness order. You might notice right away that this isn't Woodman's song. Careful ears will notice throughout this soundtrack that the songs are often other Mega Man songs spliced up and like chopped around and remixed in weird ways. But as I recall, this song has a little bit of Airman in it even.
Maybe.
It's a little bit odd. The soundtrack is really interesting. Oh, we're going top route.
We're going top route, guys.
We're going top route. Top route's only faster if you're really good. But this guy right here, this is the god. He's got this.
What am I at here? 3:05. All right, this is reasonable. I have kind of these check marks in my head where I check my time just to see how well I'm doing. So we're not doing too bad.
Yeah, this is solid. A little bit of history with this game, and unfortunately I haven't done any research and don't know all the facts. Capcom outsourced the development of this game to a third-party studio, which explains its questionable posture in Mega Man history.
Yeah.
But in particular, you notice that a lot of the Mega Man mechanics don't quite work the way they should. For better or for worse, often for better for the speedrun. So here's Woodman. You can just shove metal blades inside the shield, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, I just go stand in his general face, That's fine then. Actually, this game was developed by the same team that did the Wily Wars for the Genesis.
Neat.
And
That's
you'll find
also a good game.
Also a good game. Also has weird zips with the hard knuckle.
True.
Which we will be seeing in a little bit.
Very true. Oh yes, I love me some Wily Wars, for sure. Oh, that's better.
All right. Into Airman stage. We're running on the European version right here, which there's not much of a difference between the different regions' versions, but one of the differences is these little tiki heads. The timing that the drills come out at is way easier to deal with in the EU version.
Neat.
So it's
I didn't actually know that.
It's one of the things. There's that, and there's a couple of blocks that are missing that lets you save a second or two.
Yeah,
so.
we'll get to the Europe block
Yeah.
later. With the Game Boy, it was completely region unlocked. You can put any region of Game Boy game in any region of Game Boy. And since it was portable hardware that didn't rely on common TV standards, it was all roughly 60 hertz. So all of the versions are more or less compatible, and for most games, more or less the same. So here, with this section, we're going to be jumping forward at some specific times to try and spawn these Lightning Lords a little bit early when we can. Once again, like in Metal Man stage, we're hoping for a little bit of good luck to try and get some shield drops, I believe.
Unfortunately, they didn't come my way, but I just had to swap out to Buster to guarantee I had enough weapon energy for this fight. There were a couple backup strats, but I'm not going to risk anything. I'm not going to, because you have the damage boost into him, so yeah, why bother? All right, and there's just a couple hits. You shoot right away, and you'll get a double hit on Airman right off the bat. It's guaranteed. So then you just got to run into him.
Missing a leaf there.
Yeah.
Did they program it for this game to where the leaves have individual hitboxes?
They do, and they really do. So if one of your leaves from your shield gets deflected, only that leaf gets deflected.
That's so weird.
I know, it's pretty
this
awesome.
This game is so interesting.
I know, there's some weird quirks.
It's like they gave this team Mega Man 2 for like a week and then said, okay, now develop the Game Boy version. And they just didn't quite get everything right. It's cool. I love this game. So time for Clashman, Crashman, Clashman, Crashman, whatever. Hard boss.
Yeah,
fun
definitely.
stage, though. We're going to be hanging out with our best pupper, Rush.
Oop.
Ooh.
Rush standing still.
Rush being a little slippery there.
You know, sometimes your dogs don't listen to your commands.
Yeah,
it's a process training animals.
Yeah.
Even robot animals.
Yeah. So one thing you'll notice, little difference, you can just slide right through things without taking knockback. You might have noticed in Mega Man 4 that if I slid into something, I would knock back standing still. In, for example, Mega Man 3, you always knock back backwards, I believe, even if you're sliding. It's always different, but with this game, for sliding and for climbing up ladders, you don't actually get stopped by being damaged. So when Mega Man takes damage on a ladder, it looks really great, because he just starts doing like the damage wiggle, but he's still moving up the ladder.
It's fantastic.
It's real weird and real cool. Another little interesting thing with this game that I think we'll see, not super relevant to the speedrun, we'll see a little evidence of at some point soon. This game has like a piece of heart system like that, you know, cool Zelda game we saw earlier, where there are like fractions of E-tanks you can pick up. Anyways, this is the Crashman fight.
Yep.
So we're going to be starting with the Buster.
Yeah, we're starting with the Buster. They don't actually give you enough air weapon energy to kill Clashman, so he'll be left with exactly one... Oops, all right, I'm good. Exactly one pip of health.
As in the NES game, dealing with Crashman is rather challenging if you don't know how, but once you understand his pattern, super smooth. Very nice.
Thank you. All right, so now we're through the Mega Man 2 bosses.
Yeah, so if you've never played or seen a Mega Man Game Boy game...
This is going to be weird.
What these games do is they take 4 Robot Masters from one game and 4 Robot Masters from the next game, so this is Mega Man 2 Game Boy. It's got 4 2s and 4 3s. In this game, we're going to be doing some slightly shorter stages for each Robot Master out of teleporters instead of a stage select screen. In the first Mega Man game, it was just 4 Mega Man 2 boss fights. And in the later Mega Man games, it's 8 full stages with, you know, like, stage select screens and everything.
Yeah.
First, we get a cutscene.
And, like,
Cutscenes!
I love Mega Man.
We barely have these on the NES. There's, like, one in Mega Man 5 where Mega Man and Proto Man shuffle back and forth. But we have, like, this whole thing going on here. There's tension, there's drama, there's excitement and betrayal and suspense. And now we go fight some Robot Masters.
Yeah. But it does make me question Rockman's, let's say, perception.
Yeah, you know, Dr. Raleigh was kind of right there. So.
Right, like... God,
right there.
Like the suspicious shuffle, it should have been a giveaway.
Yeah. So now we're in Magnet Man stage from Mega Man 3. Moving up in the world, up in the numbers, and we're still using the Metal Blade to mow down everything. Another good song.
There we go.
This is, gosh, whose song is this? It's really hard to tell with these songs because it's like they take the chord progressions from the NES music and make just completely different melodies. It's really weird, but really interesting.
It is. Also interesting, like they have some strange mechanics in this game. You're going to see the damage boost climb there, where, oops. Look at me not paying attention. But yeah, there's a lot of really interesting things in this game. Like, you can collect weapon energy, and then switch your weapons, and regain your weapon energy for both weapons. Just like, little weird things. Like, I'm not entirely sure what the developers were thinking when they were making this game.
I think they were thinking, oh god, we have to make this game on a tiny budget and a tiny timeline. Let's just do our best.
Whoops, that's not. Magnet.
Couldn't quite finish off the fight. That's
no.
okay.
I was expecting, I was too close to him, so he went into his little power pose instead of hopping up into the corner. All right, but we're moving along at a decent clip here.
He's doing the pointy thing. Well, this one doesn't have fingers, but you know. He's doing his best, and that's what really matters. Next up, we are going to be proceeding both in clockwise and weakness order as we move on to Hardman stage.
Which I think is surprisingly, like, a lot of people think it's the easiest stage in the game, but it's one of the more technical stages. Like, there's a lot of specific hopping and sliding and damage boosting that you have to do. And just a couple of mess-ups can really throw you off your rhythm.
And some tactical use of Rush Coil here to make things a little bit easier. We do pretty much the same stuff in NES Hardman, actually.
Damage wiggle.
Yeah. Just like in... There it is.
Yeah.
See that? That's great. Just like in NES 3, you have the room with the hammer dough with the ladder. Toughest enemy in the game. Every time.
Every time. Okay. Now, touching the Robot Masters themselves, you get hit like a Mack truck, so you gotta kinda be careful. Oh, okay. There we go.
Easy.
Back off. I get out of my face,
no
hard
worries
man.
here. It's all good. This is just comfy, fun Mega Man time.
Yeah, no, this is casual Mega Man run-throughs, right?
Yeah. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Mega Man GFA13.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of worried. The wife told me that I'm not allowed to come home if I don't get a sub 20.
Ooh.
So.
I mean, you're on pretty good pace right now. I wouldn't be too worried.
I might be able to do it. I got to nail some of these zips. Right, now that we have Hard Knuckle, we can do one of the most...
It's time to have fun.
Entertaining things in this game.
Just do it and then we'll explain it. Let them experience it. But for now, we get to use 1-800-ARMORINE. Don't actually call that number, by the way. It's like a sketchy hotline I tried once out of curiosity. Anyways, we have...
One frame. Nice.
Got him! So we have Hard Knuckle now, which means the game is just ours to break. Europe block right there. In the other two versions of the game, there's a block there that we can't slide under.
Oh, I missed the third zip, but that's fine. That only loses a second.
So yeah,
or
by
two.
firing a Hard Knuckle on the frame that we transition the screen, which can be made easier with the assistance of ladders, we basically separate the screen counter and like the screen display algorithm from what's actually happening in the game's code. This is surprisingly similar to what you can do on Mega Man 2 NES with tricks like Goodwood. But yeah, we just get to break this game wide open by shooting fists. And if you're not sold on Mega Man 2 Game Boy yet, I don't know what else to tell you, honestly.
We've got zips, we've got rush. Ooh. Okay, that's unfortunate. I was a little off on my timing there. But
no worries.
I didn't get the one cycle.
No worries,
oh, well.
we're good. Now we just have one Robot Master left. The one and only Shadow Man. Right, Shadow Man?
Shadow Man? Needle.
Needle.
We're on to Needle.
How could I forget
the
Needle?
Needler.
The best song in the game. Oh my god. I was like, yeah, we're just going in weakness order, right? No! It's time for the best song. Like, oh my god. Like, you can be like, okay, yeah, I guess the music in this game has some redeeming qualities. This song's a jam.
Ooh. I do need some weapon energy. I need to remember to switch next time I see one of those.
God, this song is so good. Also, I'm pretty sure it's like half Bubble Man.
I think so, honestly. And which also, amazing tune. All right. Just for good measure, we're going to need some hard knuckle, so... See ya, Rush.
Bye-bye, Bork Bork.
All right, now it's just time to damage boost through some needles.
Ooh, the E-Tank strats.
Yeah.
E-Tank strats.
And I'm gonna get this guy here, just so I don't have to worry about the zips and Wily stage.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, what do I need? I need top. Oh, such bad menuing. Oh, I'm an embarrassment.
That happens.
Tremaine would have my head.
I mean, if you're trying to impress Tremaine, you're gonna have to do a lot better than that.
Right?
Tremaine is Tremaine. The living Tass. The presently downward spiraling god of Game Boy Mega Man,
I
who
know.
used to have all 5 Game Boy Mega Man world records, is now down to a measly 1. Thanks to the hard work of a wide community. Last record left to fall, Mega Man 5 Game Boy.
Wow.
If you want glory in the fight against the dominance of Tremaine, it's a friendly battle, because we all love Tremaine.
it is. Oh,
just
we
so
all
we're
love him.
clear. Mega Man 5 Game Boy. Also
That's
the
where
best
it's
also the best Mega Man Game Boy game, sorry. So this is Quint. Quint is Mega Man from the future who has a pogo stick.
Who has a pogo stick?
Just don't ask about the plot.
I mean,
Just don't ask. It's a thing. And it involves time travel and robots and
and it exists. My headcanon is that's just Mega Man's cousin. That's all it is. He's like, you never call me.
Okay, yeah, I like this way better than time travel. That's good. Look at this Wily castle.
We've got more cutscenes.
Oh, and then we just go out to like the Wily spaceship.
Wily in space.
Like, NES games ain't got nothing on this. Do you know how many times you go into space in the Mega Man Game Boy games? So many. It's great. I guess you're technically going to space. So now we're in a Salvador Dali painting. This is Wily's castle.
He has good taste.
Yeah, he really does.
All right, another 1-frame zip here. Can we get it? No.
Back
up? No.
Well, we tried. Impossible game is impossible. 1 frame, for anyone who doesn't know, games like this, most retro games, nice,
Thank you.
run at 60 frames per second, so a 1-frame trick requires a button press on a precise, specific 60th of a second. So, you know, kind of a small window.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's not true of every game, of course. A 1-frame trick in Ocarina of Time is free because it's actually 3 frames, but I'm not getting into that
I
discourse.
digress.
In this game, 1/60th of a second is what it takes to break this game wide open, so... Unless you just happen to have a ladder, I suppose.
Yeah, because then it's a 3-framer. Ooh, okay, and so we're gonna need a bit of rush weapon energy for the Wily fight, and some health just to tank some hits. So we're okay here, but if I was hoping for a drop from that guy. Sometimes they're not forthcoming.
The game giveth, the game taketh away.
Mm-hmm. And then this is that past room was one of the only other differences between North American and the European room. There's a useless platform above your head in the North American version.
Oh yeah, there is. So this is the Wily leg machine, I guess. I don't really know how to describe this thing other than glorious. Don't soft lock.
No, I should be good. Yeah. If you end any of these phases with Wily too close to the side of the screen, you will just soft lock the game.
So now, in true Mega Man Game Boy tradition, the bonus robot, the Mega Man Killer, is Wily's weakness. So we pogo stick Wily to death.
All right, let's go. Dino Wily.
Yeah. Dino Wily round 1, only to return in Mega Man 9. And time is coming up. I don't know, this phase is kind of trivial. You just sit here and mash and don't get hit too much.
Yeah. And
Time is on last
time.
hit. Yeah!
Oh, I don't get to go home tonight.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
can I crash?
That's unfortunate.
Anybody got a room? Can I just crash here?
We'll figure something out.
No, that's actually, I'm really happy with that. 2015 is
2015's real good.
Is solid for a casual playthrough, right?
Yeah, a pretty good time for a first blind Let's Play. Anyways, yeah, so that was Mega Man 2 Game Boy. If you like this game and want to see more of it, which you should and you do.
Everyone should.
You can go right now to twitch.tv/speedgaming, your premier source for speedrunning competitions, tournaments, what have it's. There is an ongoing Mega Man 2 Game Boy tournament. So a lot of nights of the week, you can see matchups of different Mega Man 2 Game Boy runners facing off to become the one true 2 Game Boy champion, including this man right here.
That's
When's
right.
your next match?
My next match is tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Ooh, that's fun.
So this is gonna be good. This is my practice for my tournament match tomorrow. So I should be good. If I'm getting around 20 minutes, I'm happy.
Yeah, so be sure to check out the Speed Gaming network of channels for sure. All of their tournaments, they do a lot for the community. Fiesel's a wonderful guy. Also, this boy right here, the man, the myth, the legend, MrMKL, twitch.tv/MrMKL. Easy to remember. Drop him a follow, and stay tuned for more Mega Man.